It's too bad that I don't have a lot of followers because the fact that after 3 years of being a cripple and had to give up skiing, I had 1 hour that my legs were 100% and I'm 84. Boom, just like that. Outside in a park, no pollution, clean, fresh air. Winds were in the right direction for the first time in 3 years, so it was coming straight off wilderness and the Great Lakes, and there was nothing, no gas, no diesel, no industry, no pollen, no nothing, high winds and high pressure. That means low humidity, but it's more than the humidity. The air has to be really clean. And I hope that my little photo slide, it's proof that someday humans, our society, will smarten up and stop polluting the air, the food, the water, and the beverages, because you are causing disease and chronic illness. And yes, I crippled at 6 years old, and I battled it all my life. And it's the brain signal to my legs. In my case, that's what was damaged. And at 42, my memory was gone, and it took me 11 years to reverse that. And right now, it's still 100%. But I'm very active. I creatively design new fashion and clothes, and I do all the financing, and I do research for people who are sick online. And that's a different nerve in the brain for memory and creativity and artistic, whichever side that is. Mine is 100%. And Dan's is in the toilet. Okay, over and out. I don't want to make this too long, but there's the proof. So someday, clean up the atmosphere and your air, your food, your water, and humans will have an amazing life, disease-free. Okay. Prayers to all suffering. I have all the fans running, so this may be just a little bit noisy, but this is June the 12th, 2026, and I have to record the evidence and the proof that after 3 years of crippling, and I had to give up skiing, I had 1 hour of 100% clean, fresh air in a park, winds coming off wilderness, no pollution, no traffic fumes, no gas, no diesel, no industry. And all of a sudden, that tumor leg that's been semi-paralyzed for 3 years, and the strength in both legs was the same as it was when I skied cross-country and I was climbing the hills. Now, I haven't been able to climb 1 inch, let alone 1 foot, without assistance. I have to use my hands and almost crawl up the stairs, and all of a sudden I could climb that hill in the park, and it lasted for 1 hour. The signals in the brain nerves to the legs have been dysfunctional since I was poisoned at 6 years old as a child, and that was from self-pollution from the smelter. And it's just one example of the proof. At 84, I was pulling out of the attack. Now, my brain, I'm going to enclose my new patterns, and I've been sewing. The brain signals for memory and creative sewing and creating new fashions. That's a whole different nerve in the brain than it is for anything that's physical. Now, my upper body, I never lost the strength there. My signal, the damage is to the legs from the waist down. But here's evidence of the most amazing 1 hour of walking in clean, fresh air, high winds, high pressure. That means low humidity, or at least medium humidity. I'm not sure what exactly was, around 40%, but it was a high pressure and high winds. And I used to have to drive 1 hour out of the city, and this is a local park, but this is the first time in 3 years that I got the winds in 100% the right direction. So it's evidence that even in my apartment, if I could afford around $10,000, which I once met millionaires that did that, you could filter the air in your home and apartment. And that was a steep climb, and I have never done that, not once in 3 years. And I got up that hill. So this is proof. You know, a picture is worth 1,000 words. And oh my goodness, it was amazing. I can't get over myself. And it lasted for 1 full hour. And then, of course, the pain and the inflammation and the crippling came back because my apartment is toxic. The atmosphere in the city is toxic. And that's my pattern for winter. I just use very inexpensive baby blanket material. Yeah. And it hides the tumor. My tumor is now the size of a football. And that's causing, of course, more nerve damage. But and that's for walking in the park to keep the bugs off, and I could see the bugs, although I haven't been able to do that at all because of the winds. And that's for shopping. I created the new pattern, and it hides my tumors. So I just want to let everybody know. Have a